Hi, the moral of the story is so I have a lot of video. I'm gonna work on it and see if I want to just YouTube it, which I might will because other apps a lot of people don't have, but people can go on YouTube. So I'm gonna be working all day doing that. But so here's my thing about becoming famous and 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 money. Money does help community, people, family. So here was my goal. My kid was going to get recruited and play for San Francisco. Why? Because that's your community, right? So there's like everyone, the players that plays for different state, where are they from? So they're not doing any justice to the community where they're playing, and that's why I believe that sport, like American sport, was meant for to serve the community. So, and I do have family in the past, in the past that had played the NFL. I had one that played for the Raiders when I was out here. At that time, the Raider was in Hayward, and they're local, the Bay Area, San Mateo County. So I, I know I'm making a video. You going to work? Uh, hey, stop. Okay, a moment period. We don't. Your cologne. Oh God, Jesus Christ! I don't know if I want to. Okay, bye. Love you. But by that's where I'm in my private home, so I can do this. Anyhow, um, I was saying, so I lived in the Bay Area long enough to see that we need a lot of help there. Because we had like I was cool with the local people, and we were all just good friends, and we all well, I grew up and I knew I didn't want to be like that. When I say like that, I didn't want to live with the crackheads. I did not want to live in a Section 8 project, and I didn't want to be uh, a hometown prostitute or a hometown just a person who's just having babies from different fathers. Uh, and I wanted to have my own things. I didn't want to be on welfare, and I did not want my kids to be on welfare. So I had to make some changes in life. I had to sacrifice and give up a lot of things to raise a family that I have, which is my kids. And not only my kids, for my siblings and my nephews and niece and my mom and dad. Uh, and I didn't want my kids to be unhealthy. I didn't want my family to have diabetic and die like my auntie did. And I didn't want, and I work like medical. And I didn't want my family to be abused at a hospital facility because I've seen it, you know. And that's why me and my sister, like, we take turns looking after my auntie at the hospital because my dad, he wanted to make sure, like, my auntie's taken care of. But then they took my auntie to the house, and then my auntie was like declining. So I'm like, that's not normal. Like, you're supposed to be, if you're sick, you're supposed to heal from that. But no, my auntie just slowly died. Like, so I knew that that's not right. And the family kind of just like, kind of grew apart. Yeah, maybe it's just the way the system works. Why I brought that up? Because that's our purpose. If you're gonna do something great, if you're gonna become famous, if you're gonna and becoming famous in America, you get a lot of money. So you use that money for your community. You use it to serve your community, and you use it to build your community, like the broken homes and that. And it don't make sense. Why are we still struggling? We lived in America long enough. We should be able to live lavishly. The older people, but they're all dead now, and everybody have a family now, which is I can relate to that. I understand. I was there before, and everybody's like separated and just um and social media is great, and that's why I don't. You got to be careful with Facebook, Instagram, and even TikTok, even those apps. Like, that's why I trust YouTube. Like, I'm gonna post. Uh, I pick and choose what I want to put on the app, and then pick and choose what you want to put on YouTube that will last forever, unless unless I don't know what's ahead of that, but it's been around since I've been around, so hopefully it'll be around forever, and that'll be great. And you don't need an app for that. Uh, what else? Oh yeah, what I was saying about sport community. So I've noticed, like, I go visit California, North and South Side, and I don't. Last time I was in the South Side, LA, where it's pretty gang banging over there by the beach side, and there was like hella Mexican. They don't look Mexican. They look like they're like Navajos. They're just acting like they're just foolish, right? Not, yeah. They're like different people. I don't know where they come from, and the beach is not the same. It's just different. Like, so with sport, like, where's the money at to fix that up? Why is there's no good looking people out there anymore? They just all look fake. And it's in California too. Where are the beautiful people at? Everybody just look fake. And in my world, that's not good for the ocean. And then Oakland, they had the library book. The library, there's hardly anybody at the library, but they have this book station, and that came up when Curry, those people, Curry, they had this restaurant in San Francisco. I don't see anybody out there anymore. It's just a zombie town in everywhere, like, just everywhere. So it's not normal. That's not okay. It's pretty sad. To me, it's sad. So I don't know if anybody have any purpose anymore with the sport now, because everybody's just after fame and money. Like if you just like look at it, even the college football, if you can just look at it, like nobody wins anything, and there are people just trying to make it, and they're just putting their money in there, and they just screw those who's just getting fired from every job. So, and who has jobs now? N- Not me, not my neighbor Wayne, and he's an OG. Not my neighbor upstairs. She's a teacher. She's working now and she has bad knee and she has to climb up the stairs all the time, and she has to teach these fucking kids that doesn't even speak English anymore. But that's just too much. She's been teaching all her life and lost all her money, and she's pissed at Trump. I was like, girl, it's not Trump's fault. It's really it's the people before Trump. And then everybody's just blaming Trump when they're like, well, I can't believe somebody has to blame someone. So I can get that. But I can blame Trump for many things, for being a bad business guy, because he's always bankrupt. But who's he associate with? and look you, and look who you're married to, and look at who you divorced to. That must be very stressful for a father and a grandfather, because you have all these fucking kids fighting over your money now. But that's not my problem. That's his problem. But I'm an American, and we need to put our money where it belongs, and we need to stick up for our own kind, and and that's it. Stick up for your own kind and be careful and watch what you're doing, okay? And then if you see something weird about your kids, it they're not born with it. They didn't inherit it from. It's just that we're in a chemical war today. We are in because the enemy came in, and and they're spies. They're fucking spies, guys. Wake the fuck up. They have they're snooping around in the army base, and we're okay with that. Which I don't think you should be okay with that. And they're snooping everywhere. We have spies everywhere here in our own ground, and we're just getting blindsided because why? Because we don't have the courage to speak up, to speak the fucking truth. Because why? Because you're being controlled by money. Yeah. And isn't that a shame? Hell yeah, it's fucking shame. And then we're being controlled by fame. Like, what is fame gonna do for you? And if you're famous, is it satisfying? Ask me why I'm always satisfied. I'm always satisfied at daytime and nighttime. And then I get lonely and sad because, yeah, that's it. But I'm not lonely and sad right now. because I have a lot of work. It's not about me, but I'm just speaking my experience. I lived long enough here in America to see that we're being attacked.